everybody. I apologize for the delay. Sorry about I said I was gonna get back to you last week, but I kind of got back to you now this week. Let's just dig right into it. We'll get on to the Super Bowl, the Champions League, and all that at the end. But let's get into it with hockey. Let's start with the PWHL, the women. My Ottawa's doing good. They're in a wild card spot. Uh, Montreal and Minnesota leading the way, with New York, of course, taking a step up. Compared to last year, they were the first top drafter this year. Unfortunately, of course now we got the names, but the Ottawa Charge doing good. Toronto and Boston falling behind, but only by very little. There's still lots of season left, and I can say that also with the NHL. Penguins a little bit behind, but there's not. We still got lots of hockey left. If we finish off January just better and finish off or start February, and because we got the Four Nations coming up, so I'm pretty sure we got it. We can do it. Let's just try hard, but it looks like Washington and Carolina and New Jersey with Columbus, and then you got Toronto, Florida, and Ottawa with Boston in the final spot. So got some good teams there. Let's focus. We and Tampa Bay as well. So yeah, maybe even Columbus won't even make it into the wild card spot because of Tampa Bay and stuff. So we'll see what happens. We gotta catch up. We're not that far behind. A few games, a couple of dubs, maybe some luck on the way, and the Penguins are back in it. So let's move forward, get going, and let's check out the NBA. There's a lot of buzz around Boston and around Cleveland. A lot of buzzing around Oklahoma City, and of course there's a couple other teams floating around there. But yeah, there's a lot of good teams out there right now, and I'm really happy for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander being the early name for the MVP. Cleveland, of course, leading the East. Boston right behind. Excuse me. With the Knicks, Bucks, Pacers, and the Heat, especially Heat after that Jimmy Butler drama. OKC with Houston. We got Memphis. We got the Grizzlies, the Nuggets, the Lakers, and the Clippers. So right now, those are all the teams that aren't in a wild card spot. Those are just the main stars because we're just going to focus on those. It's not playoff time yet, so we don't have to focus on wild cards. Yeah, they're all doing good. My Raptors, not so much. Getting better, but we have dug ourselves a hole with injuries, so we can let's just focus and get better throughout the season and go from there. You know what? Let's talk women's and men's basketball. My women Tar Heels are doing good. Of course, I have a soft spot for the Alabama. They're doing all right. Well, technically, they're doing really, 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 really good. But I always will stick with my Tar Heels. The women, men, especially with the news of Bill Belichick being the coach of the football program. So it's been really, really nice. So yeah, it looks like there's a lot of teams right now. 17-2, 17-5, 10. Yeah, Notre Dame, Duke, and looks like 18-4. The women are the 18-4 right now. That's a good record because that's better than the men's record. I'll tell you that. That's better than the men's record. So yeah, and then let's see here, and then Texas Christian University, Kansas State University, Connecticut, Creighton, UCLA, USC. Looks like Coast, Ivy League. Uh, Ball State. A lot of these smaller conferences looks like they got some undefeated teams. South Carolina undefeated or 20-1. South Carolina, and then Alabama another 17-14. Like I said, they're really 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 good. So the women are doing really really good. So let's just hope that my men can catch up because they they could possibly miss the tournament, and it's just because of how many losses they racked up this year. They're losing 1 point games like it's hard. It's hard to but 13-8. You can only. But then again, Duke is 18-2, and every other conference it looks like they're stepping up. San Jose State 18-3, Michigan State 17-2. Let's go. Yeah, Yale 11-6. Thought Yale was undefeated, so I was saying. Yeah, Alabama 17-3, Auburn 18-1. So that's the Southeast. So yeah, there's a lot of good teams in the men's section. So we need to step it up. Need to start getting better defense. Need to start putting some shots down, and who knows what will happen. But let's talk just a little bit of WWE because it's the Royal Rumble this weekend. Now there may be a match that gets announced at the Royal Rumble this Friday on SmackDown, 7 o'clock, live on Netflix. But also I'm pretty sure it's on the USA Network, but Netflix, I really, really love the move there. It's been really good. All of the classics are on there. All the classic stars. I'm loving it. Men's and women Royal Rumble. So let's it's 30 men, 30 women. Those are the two Royal Rumble matches, right? And we got the tag team championships. Looks like DIY and Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. 2 out of 3 falls, it looks like, and because that's going to be a long match. And the ladder match between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens for the WWE Championship. Undisputed Championship. Now, will there be another match? I heard there was going to be another match. I don't know if there will be another match, but it wouldn't surprise me if they put another match in there, a quick one. It's the Royal Rumble in Indianapolis. Stay tuned. I do not know what time it will be, though. It says that it was going to be at 7 o'clock, but I could be wrong. It could be. It says it's supposed to. I thought it was I'm pretty sure it's 5 o'clock, but I'll don't take my word for it. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned to Netflix. It should tell you a day ahead, or right now it should be able to tell you what the time start is. But Royal Rumble, it's going to be good. My bet, I have a brother that's pretty confident that Drew McIntyre will win because of the route that he's been going. I don't disagree with that. I don't know if that will happen, but I can see it. I can also see. He also said, "Don't be, just don't let John Cena winning not slip, enter your mind because John Cena going for that 17th. Hey, it's CM Punk, a lot of older roster going in. Braun Breaker, Braun Strowman. I can just imagine Penta. We're gonna see a big. So we'll see what happens with the women. I don't know. I'm sure if Charlotte Flair shows up, it's Charlotte Flair that's gonna win. That's my personal opinion. But uh, let's talk a little Champions League. Let's start with the UEFA Conference. Right now, their playoffs is set for February 13th. The teams that are the top eight: Chelsea undefeated, Victoria undefeated, at Florentia, Rapid Vienna is Djurgårdens, the Swiss Lugano, Legia Warsaw, and Circle Brugge. And then, of course, from 9 to 24, they all play each other. And looks like it's going to be the Belgian Gent versus Real Betis. Stele versus Apol, the Slovenian, I think it is, versus Cypriot. TSC versus the Polish Galionia, the Lastok. Mold versus Shamrock Rock Rovers. The Bosnian Herzegovinian Borac versus Olympia Libania. Victor Reklevec, Bekeniger Reklevec will take on Panathinaikos. The Icelandic team will take on the Greek, I guess will be the terminology. Ammonia versus Paphios, and Copenhagen versus the German Heidenheim. So those looks like the first part of their conference, but that starts on the 13th of February. So there will be more on that. That's just what I'm looking at right now. But of course, there's still we still got match day 8. Of course, some big names that people are worried about. People say, how is Man United doing? I think Man United will be fine. I don't know if Man United will have anything because they've won. I think they've won 4 straight or something like that. Yeah, they won like 4 straight. So I don't think they lost. They drew 3 times and then they're undefeated. So Man United is one of those teams. The top 7 top 8 so far: Lazio undefeated, Frankfurt Athletic Club, who's the host city, Man United, Lyon, Tottenham, Anderlecht, and the FCSB, the Romanian old school Champions League. And then, of course, some names that are on the outside looking in. Let's go to FC Porto, Braga, Hoffenheim, Maccabi Tel Aviv, and FC 20. Those are teams that are not looking so confident. Let's take a look. Just take a look at conference. I just wanted to take a quick look at the Conference League, see which are the big teams looking. Hearts looking out. Looks like Istanbul looking out. St. Gallen looking out. And Helsinki looking out. So it looks like for the Conference League, that's how that's looking. And Porto needs to get with a win. Besiktas, Fenerbahce, and Ferencvaros all could be teams that could be on their way out, and maybe even AS Roma. Shoot, even Augsburg and Midland. There's teams that right up to the 16. Ajax, Thessalonica, Real Sociedad, Midland. All those teams are at 10. Those teams could easily get bounced out if they don't have a good game. So let's just take it for what it is. It's going to be a good match, but who knows? But it looks like Man United is going to get a bye. Lazio, Florentia, a couple Italians. didn't surprise me. All right, so let's look at Champions League. The top 8 teams: Liverpool undefeated, not surprised. Barcelona 1 loss, that was lucky. Arsenal technically won the third, tied with Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, AC Milan, and Atlantica. So 3 of the Italian teams are in there, and it looks like 2 Spanish and 2 English. But yeah, man, there's and Leverkusen holding on to the 8th spot. So we got those, and then teams looking out on the outside looking in. Man City, they have to come within a win. Stuttgart, the one team, that's who PSG sees tomorrow. Of course, the Europa's final match day starts on Thursday, the 30th. But yeah, Sporting CP, PSG, it's a loss because any of those guys, right up to Benfica. Baruga could be the one team because they're 11 that may not get bounced out just because they have that extra point. So we have to come up and we have to at least come with a draw or with a victory. So, and we were able to rally back. So it is what it is. But that's tomorrow. Dynamo Zagreb and Shakhtar Donetsk. But I think the Croatians and the Ukrainian, I think that their fate is kind of sealed just because of the deficit, the amount of goals that they let in over the amount of goals that they scored. The percentage, it's just they're in the negative, and it never goes that way. So that's all I got right now. I'm gonna be posting this, and I'll see you guys Friday, the Super Bowl weekend. I promise. That I promise. All right. See you guys then. Much love. Make sure you tell somebody and inspire somebody. Say something nice that will change their life. Like Pat McAfee says. Goodbye.